markets itself. It was one of those statements where publicly I responded with a polite and affirming chuckle, but privately my mind was on the spectrum, somewhere between confused and even shamed. Is that true? I thought. If a product or a business is created and no one knows about it, then how are others positioned to benefit from its existence? Is it possible to have a business without marketing? Governments market their service even though they don't directly sell something. Seth Godin defines marketing as the act of making change happen. He continues, making is insufficient. You haven't made an impact until you've changed something. Sam Calagione, founder of Dogfish Head, provides some sobering insight into the normalness of marketing. Not the Madison Avenue mass media buying algorithmic version of marketing that we all feel some pressure to be able to measure up to or some hope to think that we've got it right, but instead focusing on what you have, what you could make, and simply sharing that with your world. Calagione relieves the marketing pressure that business owners feel, like I do, by warning us, your ideal customer probably wouldn't even believe your advertising even if you were able to afford to get it in front of them. Why? He says they're too smart. Mass market marketing is targeted to the average of all of humanity, what Godin calls average stuff for average people. That is not what we're in the business of. For instance, Business on Purpose is laboring to liberate small business owners from the chaos of working in their business. You are laboring equally as hard to deliver and live out your mission, not average stuff for average people. All businesses must market if marketing really is what Godin goes on to say that it is. The generous act of helping someone solve their problem. That's a great one to write down. Marketing is the generous act of helping someone solve their problem. That is a compelling definition of marketing. Replay the naive business owner's statement, I don't have to market my business, it just markets itself. For years, I've shared with my mastermind group my disdain for marketing. It made me feel selfish and gross, not to mention I've never really felt like I'm very good at it. And that's probably the underlying current, is I've just never felt really good at it. I can easily design a process for marketing. That's really second nature for me. But to do the actual ideation, the capturing, the creation, the polishing, the distribution, the tracking, and the follow-up, that's been tough and exhausting, but it's been doable. It's the guessing, the thinking, hey, will this work? If I spend money here, will there be a return? That's what's most taxing for me. Calagione walks through some of the powerful, non-pressure-filled few channels that they at Dogfish Head have used, making marketing feel more natural. Makes it feel more like serving. One of them was press releases, a simple written document with some sort of quirky physical token to simply share with their press outlets, like papers or chambers or blogs, podcasts, radio, television. For instance, one time he was delivering beer by boat, by wooden boat. So he actually got small little replicas of wooden boats and sent them out with their press release. Brilliant. Second, he mentions word of mouth. When other people simply talk about the value you bring in regular conversation, that's word of mouth, and it's gold. One of the other things he mentioned is failures. I thought this was really, really insightful. Sharing your failures can provide some of the most powerful forms of marketing because, get this, humility and honesty can often generate enormous amounts of trust and empathy. Humility and honesty can generate enormous amounts of trust and empathy. One of the other things he mentions was hobby creations and physical things. So when you go make or create something, we get to peer into a deeper part of you as a person. Then when you take that thing, tie it to your business and share it with your network, it gives us insight into your own uniqueness. It almost brings a humanity. For instance, I like to doodle. And so in my little notebook that I carry around with me, I doodled our business name in a handwritten design with a 1970s font. I could take this font and send it through one of our marketing channels just for fun and say, hey, look what I put together. It's just another reinforcement of our quirky brand. A fifth element that Calagione said was unlikely and non-traditional methods. I don't have to go any farther than Jesse Cole of the Savannah Bananas. Just Google him and Google the Savannah Bananas. It's the best in the world. He's the best in the world at promoting those Savannah Bananas through unlikely and non-traditional forms of marketing. Just Google him and you'll see what I'm talking about. Number 6, repeating your mission is an incredible marketing tool and opportunity, constantly reminding people why you do what you do. That's crucial. We're constantly repeating our mission to liberate business owners just like you from chaos. And number 7 he mentions is unsolicited testimonials. Now, he doesn't put these 7 things in the 7 magic steps. They're just a few different things that he mentions that I just happen to categorize. I'll give you an example of the unsolicited testimonial. A client recently wrote me a handwritten note, and I love this handwritten note. And on that handwritten note, all he said was, "Thank you for being diligent and pressing me and my team to get better. I feel like it has all come to fruition and allowed me to leave my business for a few weeks without needing to call back one time." 0 communications. What he wrote on the letter. And I'm writing it here on this post so that you can see it, so that you can read it, so that you can hear it. It was unsolicited, and it is what will encourage other owners. As a community of business owners, we will be well served psychologically to see marketing not as a system to be gained, but as a channel to serve, as an opportunity to serve other people. So may you serve well and liberate others from the chaos of working in their business while you liberate yourself from the chaos of working in your business. One way you can be liberated from that chaos, come over with us at freedom.mybusinessonpurpose.com.